Do, 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 do.
Hello?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Me too.
How are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm ready to learn and conquer.
I'm also ready to learn and conquer. I don't know if you saw my tweet, but I said that you're gonna play in the next World Championship.
Yeah, I smacked down Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah. So the problem is he's not playing anymore. So would you still be interested in doing it if it's not Magnus?
Wait, he's retired?
Yeah, he kind of didn't want to play anymore because he like beat everybody. It was actually kind of a cool move.
Wait, he just said I'm bored of this shit?
Yeah, literally. Like he's still playing, but he's not playing the World Championship itself. It's being contested right now by two other people.
So who's the best right now then?
Magnus.
But he's not playing in like the World Championship.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the best in the World Championship then?
They're through 7 games, and it's 4-3 for this guy named Yan Nepomniachtchi from Russia. So it's very close.
All right. Well, they wouldn't stand any chance against me, so it's fine.
Both of them, right?
I could probably take them both on blindfolded if I had to guess.
Okay. I like that confidence.
Yeah.
I just screwed something up. I gotta recrop here real quick. Give me a sec. What the fuck? What did I do? I'm trembling in the face of greatness here.
You struggling with OBS?
Yeah, I accidentally went full screen and it completely messed up my my cut.
Oh god. It's okay. Take your time. I'll warm up with some Puzzle Rush.
This is actually extremely frustrating. Okay. I did a little bit of research on your chess because I like to prepare for my lessons.
Uh-huh.
And I saw like your different openings that you like to play.
What do you think?
So I noticed a few things. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like you struggled against the London. Like you were playing a lot of like Queen's Pawn with black. So you started playing the England Gambit.
Yeah, I just spammed the England Gambit.
Exactly. That's what I saw. Yeah. And you actually win like quite a few games in it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they know what they're doing, they just get like a really good position.
I saw it on TikTok and I was like, wait, this shit is awesome. And so I spam it.
It honestly is very, very good. Okay, I'm just actually gonna have to recrop everything. Cool. Give me like 2 minutes. Yeah, so
No worries.
I saw that, and then what do you do with white right now? Are you trying to fried liver people?
Yes, I love the fried liver.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. I think it's I think fried liver is perfectly fine.
But to be fair, I don't know it because sometimes I'll actually correctly like, get the fried liver, and then I will like they'll like half do it. You know what I mean? And then I don't know what to do, even though I know I should be winning in the position really hard, but I don't know how to like properly win. If that makes sense, like if they don't like just like give up the game, and I don't know what to do.
No, that makes sense. And that happens quite a bit because like sometimes you can know everything you're doing in an opening, and then you can like get a totally winning position even, and you still don't win it because chess is hard. Like you can do your first 4 to 8 moves or whatever, and then
Yeah, I get like 48 moves in, and then like they didn't like do like concede like the cheese checkmate. I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do anymore.
yeah, and even if you like land it, I mean it can still be like a huge pain in the ass because you're just like I mean you like get there, but you also, I mean you still gotta finish the job.
Yep.
I really hope you like do not tune into the stream right now because it is a mess. Hitting full screen was the worst thing that I could have done to my chess.com browser, dude.
You've just ruined everything.
Yeah, like I'm not even exaggerating. I was just ready to go. Now I have to recrop everything. It's all right. It's gonna take me like 2 minutes. Now chat thinks I have brain damage.
No worries. Take your time. Take your time.
What's your what do you get on Puzzle Rush Survival?
I've gotten pretty far actually. Whenever like I'm actually focused, but that's my biggest problem. I feel like I'm a lot better over the board, but online I just like troll because like It's just so much harder for me to like actually like dial in and give a fuck about what's going on. That makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, but that's actually surprising because I think a lot of people have a lot of like anxiety with chess.
Mm-hmm.
So online appeases their elo anxiety. You don't have that.
No, I don't have elo anxiety.
You
I have
just
like elo like too much confidence. Like I think I'm better than I am. Like I genuinely I'm about to get roasted, but whatever. Like I think whenever I'm playing over the board and like actually like zoned in and trying, I think I'm probably like 1200, 1300.
You mean like just because it's a little different. If you're 1200 over the board, you're like 1700 online or something like that. Like
I'm okay, well I mean like 1200, 1300 online skill
I
when
see
I'm focused over the board is what I'm saying.
that's not unreasonable. Well, you're gonna get roasted. I mean, listen, if they're gonna roast you, they gotta 1v1 you IRL.
That's fine.
That's exactly how
I,
that
I'm
works.
okay. I'm okay with the roasting because maybe I'm wrong and maybe I need to be roasted.
Have you found that it's very hard to play chess like on stream because everyone's telling you moves and insulting you? I don't know how much chess you've played on
It's hard
stream.
for me to. I played it a little bit. It's hard for me to play on stream because like I just my chat doesn't really give me moves because my chat's not very good at chess. But it's just like yeah, it's hard for me to like talk to chat and like focus because like I like to play on time constraint like 5 minute.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, did you just cut out?
No,
Oh
I
no, I
don't
can
think
hear
so.
you. Okay. All right, I'm good. Fix my
All
crop.
right.
I'm gonna invite you to an analysis board.
Okay.
Are you on chess.com right now?
I am. I'm on chess.com/home.
Okay, terrific. I'm gonna send you an invitation.
Someone says definitely 1200 on EU server. Is EU like worse at chess or something? Or is that just NA EU banter?
I think it's just banter, but I honestly am not 100% sure.
If anything, I would assume EU is probably better at chess than NA.
I think yeah. I mean, I would just err on the fact that NA is not good at like anything involving a brain. But is your
Oh,
username
true.
Sapnap Chess?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, there are a lot of Sapnap Chesses. Okay, I sent you an invite. You should get it in the bottom right.
Oh, you invited me to a classroom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is sick.
Okay. Um. So, first of all, my question would be like, how seriously do you want to take chess, and like, what do you want your goal to be?
My goal,
Yeah.
I'd be really happy if I got to like 1400 on like chess.com. I would think, oh my god, this is awesome.
Okay. 1400 on chess.com.
Yeah,
What's the highest you've been?
like 1000 something, like 1000. I don't think I got to 1100, but like in the thousand.
Okay. So about 1,000 something. And you talking blitz or rapid?
Blitz, I think. Rapid
Okay.
is rapid 3 minute and blitz 5 minute or
No,
I don't know
rapid
the
is 10
names.
minute.
Oh, rapid's 10 minute. Okay, yeah, then definitely blitz.
Okay. No, I mean 1400 blitz is like 1700 rapid because if you think about it, it just means like you're better with low time. So obviously, if you have
Mm-hmm.
more time, you're probably going to be even better than that. So,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good goal. It's a solid goal for sure. Um, yeah, 1400 blitz means you're like quite strong. So the other question is like, how much time do you want to? I mean, like, how serious do you want to like study? Because if you're gonna try to get 1400 online, you're gonna have to, definitely study like kind of intense, or not study, but at least I don't know.
Am I gonna have to read books?
No. You'll never have to read
Okay.
any book.
Oh, thank God.
No
Thank
books.
God.
But you will have to probably do like self-auditing. Like you're gonna have to be like, okay, I'm really good at this, but I'm really bad at that, so I have to work on that. You can't just be like, I'm like really trash at this, but I don't care. I'm only gonna focus on like the fun stuff and the good stuff.
Okay, I can commit to that, I think.
Okay. Because 1400 blitz is like, that's like really good. I mean, that's like
Hmm.
better. You could probably play chess against 100 people you run into on the street and beat all of them. So,
Yeah, that's my
uh,
goal. I want to be like the person that like I want to be the person at the party that when someone says they're good at chess, I go in there and decimate them.
you're like, oh yeah, play me.
Yeah,
And
I'm like, yeah,
then,
play me, and then like I'm the best. in the room, in the average room, like an average like room. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I noticed. I'm gonna give you some openings with black today. That was my plan. I'll tell you why. Because I looked at your stats and I used this website called Opening Tree, and I like ran your account. If I make moves, do you see them? Like if I play a move?
Yeah.
Okay. If you flip the board, do you know how to flip the board? Does it flip for me if I...
Oh, yep, that worked. The board slipped for me now.
Oh, okay. Wow, magic. I didn't realize they did that. So your win rate in the London when you had black was like 10%, which is crazy. Yeah. You really fucking hated the London, dude.
Yeah.
And I like
It's just
what
because
you...
it's so boring. Like I just like to play aggressive. That's how I like to play because it's fun to me.
Exactly. So that, I mean, right there is like a self-audit. You're like, damn, this really sucks. So I'm going to play this. And like, this works for a bit. But if I looked at like a few of your games, like if your opponent just kind of knows what they're doing, like plays this or doesn't fall for the trap.
Yeah, then I don't know what to do.
Exactly. Like the win rate goes back. It literally, there was like one line, I think this, and then like they don't fall for the trap. They go here. I think you've gotten this position 4 times and you've lost every time. But that has nothing to do with you. Like this is just a losing opening if your opponent knows what they're doing. So like I would be much more concerned if you were playing normal openings and just losing all the time. I'd be like, okay, that's like obviously bad. And then when you play black and they play e4, what are you doing recently? I think you just...
I go for another gambit. I push to e5, and then I want them to play and then I want to play the bishop to c5.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Go back.
Yeah.
I can't move it. I like to play knight to c6. And then they
Okay.
play bishop to c4, and then I play knight d4. And then if they take, they take the pawn, then queen, and then if they take that, and it's over.
Yes. This is really nice when it works. I feel like...
Oh, yes, I love getting this checkmate, the smother mate. It's so nice.
Does this work for you a lot?
Most of the time they just take the knight.
Oh, that's annoying. And then, yeah, and then they're like completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with this is that they don't even have to memorize anything. They can just be like, they can
like turn off their brain. Oh, I just take the knight.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I usually do.
Exactly. Like they don't even need to, it's like total accident. And all of a sudden there's nothing you can do. Yeah, I prefer to play openings that basically like force the opponent to do something. For example, this move, as you're going to go up and up, your opponent can play like this. Your opponent can play the Vienna, which is super good. There's 2 different gambits. There's like this stupid queen stuff, which is like very tricky. So today I'm gonna teach you the Caro-Kann.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard about the Caro-Kann.
Manyth of times.
Yes.
I've heard the name. I've heard the name Caro-Kann. I don't know what the moves are, but I've heard the name.
It's very easy because I can teach it to you in 10 minutes, and then you can like just go play a bunch of games. I think you're good enough that if you go play 20 games, you'll kind of learn the patterns a little bit, and then you don't have to constantly study the opening and all this stuff. So the first move is pawn to c6. So play it.
Does it matter what they play?
No, it does. It'll be against e4. I'm going to give you something else for queen's pawn.
Okay, I can't move the pawn.
That's annoying. Give me a second. Give full control.
Okay.
Now you can move the pawn, right?
Yeah, I just moved it.
Okay. What is the point of this move? Like, what are you trying to do?
Is it to push to d5?
Yep. So you don't care what white's second move is. Like you're gonna go d5 if white goes here. If white goes here, it really doesn't make any difference. And now this is a super easy situation because this is a thing, right? So what can white do with this pawn?
They can either push it or take. Or
they can push, take, or they can like leave it. They can like defend it, which is normal.
I feel like most of the time they'll take though.
Yeah. So this is the most popular. This is the second most popular, and then defending it is third. So taking is the easiest. So what would you do here? Would you take with the pawn or the queen?
Honestly, recently probably with the queen because I'm an idiot. But I
No,
think
no, no, it's
if I
not.
was being smart, I would take with like if I was
Yeah.
playing at someone for like money, I would take with the pawn.
If we're playing like 1400 blitz, yeah, so take with the pawn.
Yeah.
Take with the pawn, and then basically what, oh my god, sorry. Where were we here? Now develop your, I want to see how you're going to get these 4 pieces out. So I'm just going to develop.
Okay. Hmm. I don't know which one I would move out. I guess I would just do this one because it defends the pawn. But my pawn's already defended, so it doesn't really matter too much. But
Yeah, it's tough to figure out, but I'm glad you just didn't like rush with the bishop. I'm going to go here.
I'd probably do this.
Yep. I go here.
I mean, this is just me because I like to do stuff like this. I would just pin the knight.
That's probably the best move. Exactly. If you wanted to go here, that's also fine. But yeah, bishop g4 is fine. Now finish your development. Yep. What would you do if I attacked you? Would you go back or would you take?
I'd probably just take.
Yeah, so taking in this case is probably fine. But I would say like 7 times out of 10, you don't want to trade a bishop for a knight unless you can like explain to me the benefit. That's just the way you're going to get to 1400. Like if you're just like, oh, I'm taking to take, it's not a good reason. But if you're like, oh, I'm taking because after that, you know, the knight doesn't guard this and then I can like take, like maybe.
Yeah.
But in this case, since you don't have a good enough reason, I would just say 70% of the time, it's better to just keep bishops on rather than take a knight. If it's bishop for bishop, it's a different story. So that's like, these are like little nuggets of information that you add up in your head. And then that's like how you get to 1400 because you're going to get to 6 situations and your brain already knows the answer. Like you don't need to think, you know? So you could go here or here. This is probably better. And now let's say I castle.
I'd probably bring this out here.
Yup.
See, I'm annoying, and I like this move.
Because you want to do what?
I want to move my bishop onto h2. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't really do anything. I just like it. It just looks dangerous, and but it is putting my queen and the bishop on the same file, which is good.
Yeah, if this was like inversed, so if this would like if the queen was first, you actually have a very serious threat because you're threatening to take. And then, by the way, see, you would say if the queen was here, you would say, "Oh, I'm taking so I can checkmate." If that was a queen.
Yeah.
But in this case, yeah. So here's okay. One little nugget of info, right? Which is, if you don't have a good enough reason, don't trade a bishop for knight. Second thing. So we're gonna try to stay away. Like I'm teaching you the way I would just like teach anybody that wants to get to 1400. Basically, I know we're like creators, so we're supposed to like you know, be goofy or whatever. But at the same time, I would say you want to stay away from verbal justification of a move. So what I mean by that is, if you can say I'm gonna go here and show me exactly the idea on the board, right? Like I'm attacking this pawn. Then it's a good move. However, if you say, "Oh, I just like to be annoying," that's never like that'll never work. Or you know, "Oh, I like to do this a lot," but it happens all the time. Like people say stuff like that all the time. They like certain patterns. One more thing, we're gonna start getting really, really good at this. How can your opponent attack you in this position?
Knight to b5, attacking my queen.
Yeah, and then it's not a fork because what would you play if this happened? If like, where would you move your queen?
I would move my queen to d7.
Yes. Any of these 3 moves defend the bishop, right? That's what you were trying to do. Exactly. So like, this is how I know that I didn't have to say anything. You were just like, okay, I just have to, like, you know, your brain works for chess. Like it's you just have to add some, you know, some more info and you'll be fine. And by the way, like, even if this pawn had been there and you were setting this up, like bishop takes, this move just stops everything, right? So if you did want to do this, this could be a better option. But also, yeah, you're gonna have to realize, like, sometimes it just doesn't work, and that's fine. You can't force it. So
I guess I just castle. Then.
Yeah, exactly. Like castling is fine here. And then you finish your development. By the way, this takes us all the way back to which type of Karo Khan was this? So this was an exchange Karo Khan. So your opponent just took, like, easy. So now anytime they take this pawn, with this pawn, you know, okay, I'm playing exchange, so I gotta go here, here, develop, blah, 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 blah. And then once you play the opening right 10 or 15 times, that's when we start doing the middle games. So we say, okay, when you play a Karo Khan exchange variation, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, that's how you build behind that. It's like, I don't know, do you like or play any sports?
Basketball.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm trash at ball, but I really like it. You can't break down a man-to-man like you can break down a zone. Like, you have to adjust to what's in front of you. So you can't play the same middle game all the time. So that's easy. This is the most difficult one, because what does this move do? Like, why is that move annoying?
You can't bring your knight out.
Exactly. So the way I like to play, this is called advance, right? Advance variation. So the way I like to play against this is I like to undermine white center. I like to attack white center. What the hell am I talking about? How do you do that? How do you like kind of
one?
Yeah, it's in one move.
In one move. C5.
Yes, very nice. Play it. Yes. See, I didn't even have to say anything. So, like, I just said undermine the center. What's the point? I don't like what's the idea, right? Like, what the hell?
I'm assuming you, because the pawn's gonna be like under attack. You can just push the e pawn, and then it's under attack by the bishop, or
exactly. And
yeah,
how would you now attack this pawn too? Like, how, like, you could do this, and how would you attack this one?
How do I attack the e pawn?
Yeah.
With the knight.
Yep, which is exactly what you just enabled by playing the move c5. So this Caro, I really like this one, because I think it's really intuitive. Like, you just go here, and then, like, let's follow a very natural sequence of moves. So develop your knight. And then let's say I go here. So I'm going to leave it in your hands. What do you think the best move for black is here?
Okay, let me think. Is it this? This would be my
Yes, because if you had rushed with e6, you would have blocked your bishop in. And now you have some pressure here. Like, you're like, this is always a threat. Yeah, you can wait with this, because there's actually like a really, really nasty trick. I'm just gonna show it to you. So play this move. And it looks like I can't take the knight, right?
Yeah.
But why is this possible? Because what happens after this?
Oh.
Like, why is this winning for white?
I'm trying to figure that out. Is it this check?
Yeah, you're completely screwed. you have no way to stop. You have to go here.
You have to sack the queen.
Yeah, you have to go here, and like, they win everything. I mean, they just literally take all your pieces. So you can't rush getting your pawn back, but what you can do is you can just like do this, and then you'll slowly win something back. This knight in the advanced Karo Khan goes there. So boop, boop, and then you take. Okay. And super easy to play. Like, this is like, honestly, already we covered about 80% of what you're gonna face from this position.
Yeah.
The rest is like, okay, some people will defend this pawn, and generally they defend it with the knight. There's one more thing that we can learn later, which you're not gonna face a whole lot for now, but it's this, and here you would take. And then the way I like to play this position is I like to just offer a trade of knights right away. So play knight f6.
Yep.
Let's say I trade. Now you want to open up your position and develop more. So How would you open up your position and develop more? Which way would you take?
I like this one better, but I
I
don't
have a
think.
feeling you're like a little deviant. You're like, I'm gonna like go attack.
Yeah, I like that one because I also feel like it helps you because then you can go like e5 next move.
So that's actually a line. If you want, because it speaks to you, I'll let you play it. I really don't mind. But if you're gonna do that, you have to castle queenside. So this way you can like attack. So how would you develop if you took toward like that? Like how would you finish your development here with these three pieces?
I would probably do something like this or f5.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after they move, I'd move the knight to like d7.
Like
Then move the
this,
queen,
like
and then
this.
move the
Yep.
queen, and then castle.
Yep. Okay, I have a question. Is it worth taking here? Because I said you really shouldn't do that, right? Like you should go back. Can you explain if that's a good move at this point, or if it's not, you shouldn't trade?
I feel like you shouldn't trade
Okay, why?
in this one because if I go back or whatever, and then or sorry, oops, if I take and then the queen takes, I feel like the queen's really activated and it could potentially stop my king from castling long.
Everything that you just said is right, but you're missing one small thing for yourself.
I guess they're hanging a pawn.
Yeah, you could win a pawn, which is kind of nice. Now, you see how it still says white is better, or like equal? Yeah, so white has something called compensation. Like, you're up a pawn, but white has bishop pair, which is considered quite good, because you don't have a light scored bishop, so they could do this, they can castle, but apparently that wasn't even a good move. So what does the computer think is white's best move here? Okay, it thinks this instead of that. I mean, okay. Like,
I don't know.
I think most people would play here, and apparently, like, that's a mistake. But in this case, yeah, it's actually not bad to, like, to take, of course. And the alternative is your opponent could do this, which obviously is really terrible. Why is this so bad? It's like...
Can't castle kingside.
Yeah, can't castle. I mean, it's like...
That's the same thing we just did.
Yeah, but this is actually worse than this. Why?
Because they don't have a pawn to push to e4.
Yeah, it's not even it's like this is doubled isolated pawn. Like doubled pawn is fine, but doubled pawn is really bad if it has no neighbors. Like it's just a sitting duck. Like you're gonna get both. Exactly. So yeah, listen, what you said, pawn, like taking with the G pawn, it's not bad. Both of these are playable. This is taking with the E pawn is 3 times as popular. That doesn't mean it's better. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of people base their play, like you play League of Legends a bit, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of, like, imagine like a friend of yours wouldn't run a character because, you know, like some professional team doesn't run that. It's the stupidest thing ever. But in chess, a lot of people, they don't play, like they will say, I'm not gonna play this because no good players are playing this in tournaments. But that's not.
But you're
that's
not
stupid.
That player, you're not
you're
that good.
You're like 1100. Like, shut up. Like, so if you have success with this, play it. Like, if you understand it and it's fun, play it. And there you go. You just learn how to play the Karo Khan in like 25 minutes. Like, that's it. Now, every time they play e4, you play this. And the way you learn and get better at something is, let's say you boot up a game right after, like, we do this, you get this. You know, they go here. And then you play here, and I'm like, yo, Sapnap, you blocked in your bishop. You're like, fuck, I won't do that next time. Like,
yeah.
And then, you know, you get a game, it's like all good. And in the advanced Karo Khan, you know, you want to go for this pawn. So you go for that pawn by bringing your queen and your knight to f5. And let's say you have a game where, you know, you forget to take, and you do like this. And I'm like, yo, dude, you had a free pawn. Like, every game you improve a little bit. So every game you get a little bit better. And like, I think when I play Karo Khan, even against 2800s, I win like 60% of the time because I've played it for literally 15 years. So
yeah, you're like, you just know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't have to think. Like, I've seen so much and I know so many patterns. So it's and it's still not boring, even though I've played it so long, because I don't know, like every game is different by move 10 or 15. Like you still have to play a bit differently. So that's like e4. That's king's pawn. Now, queen's pawn.
This is where it's fun. I like queen's pawn. I think things can get like crazy with when they play queen's pawn.
But you mean like in the thing you're playing, right?
Yeah, shit gets wild.
Yeah, so I mean, my question is like, do you want to stick to this, or do you want me to teach you like a more stable thing and also just like beat the London forever?
Sure, teach me how to just destroy the London. I hate the London. I used to play the London, but it's like so boring. Like it's actually fucked.
Yeah, the truth is there is very, very limited ways that you can actually like attack the London. Most of the time you're just sort of like appeasing. You're like, all right, whatever, boring ass. So I'll teach you like the most aggressive way to play against the London. It's not like the computer's not gonna bless it. So what I would do here if I was you is I would play knight c6.
Okay.
So go ahead, play knight c6. I just kind of want you to get familiar. It doesn't matter if they play here or have the knight out. Like they could do one or they could do this. Your plan is going to be to play e5. And how would you set that up? Like you can't play this, so how can you prepare this move?
I'd probably do this.
Yes. Now, normally that move is like really dangerous. Why? Like what's so bad about it?
Leaves your king to be checked by the queen.
Exactly.
Right.
In this case, not so scary. As you can see, the eval kind of hates it because you just do this. And they've achieved nothing. But some people will do this. So most people here will stop the move e5 by playing knight here. So a very tricky...
That's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. Very tricky question. How do you probably, I mean, maybe you already know the answer, but how do you re-enable this move? Like, how do you make the knight not actually control e5?
You just attack it, pin it.
Pin it. Very nice. So this is fake now. That's not actually covered.
It doesn't defend anything.
Yes, because you would take the queen. And now you're going to go here. This is like the most aggressive way to play against the London. Most people here will play this, re-enabling this move. So get rid of the knight.
Just delete it.
Yep. And now you can play e5. And now they don't get shit. Like they do not get their London. You would take back with which piece?
This one.
Nice.
Because now you have complete control of the center.
Yup. You got BBC, dude. You got big boy center.
Yep.
Now finish your development and defend your center.
Probably do this.
Yep. And again, computer is gonna be like, oh, it's like better for white, but no 11,
no
1200.
human. Yeah.
They don't know that. So
yeah.
You castle, and then personally, what I like to do is
I like this.
Yeah, that's a really good move. It's
because you can take the bishop no matter. Oh, I guess I can go to.
Yeah, you can. It can go back, but like it's still a very good move. And actually, when I played the Botezes, I played them 2-on-1 blindfolded. We had this exact position, and I was obviously I didn't see the board, and I got a very nice position, and I almost won, but we ended up making a draw. But this position's quite nice, so I would just recommend trading. And the point is that like now you can castle either way. You're an attacking player, so if you see your opponent castled short side, you know like which way you should go if you want to attack them.
This way.
Yes. And I will teach you something called the...
Why is that?
So the reason, yeah, let me show you, just like very hypothetical. You notice how these pawns can now come toward your king? But your pawns can do the same.
Yeah.
So if you want to attack somebody in chess, it's better to do opposite side cast. It's more risky, but it's better to do it because you can actually push the pawns. Whereas if your king was here...
You can't push the pawns.
Yeah, it's like way more dangerous. Okay, enable this move. Like I want to threaten mate, but I can't go here, so what should I do? Just this? Jesus, yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be honest, like, I think you have like a pretty natural brain for chess, which I don't know if you already know that, you probably do, but like,
thank you.
I think you've gotten nothing wrong thus far. Maybe my questions are too easy, but yeah, I don't know. Like you find things pretty quickly. And the idea is as follows. You can actually still kind of play this move.
Really?
Because, because look.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
If he
like...
takes, then... Oh. And then you take with the pawn, and then now you have this.
Yes.
You have mate in 1 right here.
It's mate in 1, and how would you re-enable mate?
Is this dumb? I would just slide the queen over.
No, dude, it's not dumb. You're like actually, I think you have like potential to even be like 1800.
I don't know about that. Maybe if I really like grinded. I think my dad's peak was like 1800. Been bullet.
Oh.
I don't know how good that is.
It's good. It's like 99th percentile. Like actually, I'm like think about this. At my peak, I was like top like 1900 players in the world, and I was like.
Damn.
Yeah, but there's still 2,000 people better than me, which is nuts. Now I'm like, I don't know, 3,800th or something. But yeah, dude, there's like millions of people who play. So, yeah, I mean, 1,800 is really good. Yeah, this is just game over. This is unstoppable. And
is it really completely unstoppable no matter what they do?
Yeah, there's nothing. Because you're threatening two mates. You're threatening both. So they can't stop both.
Yeah.
No matter what they do. Now, the summary here is like, we did not just solve the London. White obviously had to do a couple of like stupid things, but the goal when you play against London, like you're gonna go here, and if they play this, you're gonna play knight c6, f6, and if the knight comes out, you're gonna try to get rid of the knight. You have to get rid of the knight first. So if they play this, like, do you know they're gonna play London?
Not necessarily, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. They could play like Queen's Gambit, right? So you go here. And
then
like,
if they bring the bishop out.
Yes, exactly. Then you f6 and bishop g4. The thing is, this move is actually like very annoying, and I'll tell you why. Like the truth is, the meta strats, all like you go all the way up. This is not a good move in queen's pawn positions. Why? Because your knight doesn't actually exert any pressure on the center. It's like very fake. The knight does not belong in front of the c pawn in queen's pawn positions. So your c pawn belongs with the d pawn in queen's pawn.
What do I do if I play the knight and then they push the pawn?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, at this level, you're gonna be completely fine because, for example, you can learn something called like the Albin. So you can play this against Queen's Gambit. Like they'll play the Queen's Gambit, and you can play like this move. It's called the Albin counter gambit. And the point is, if they take, you shove the pawn forward.
Yeah.
So if you shove it forward, like, again, I just want you to play the move so that you can, get familiar. What is this doing? Like, what is the advantage of this move?
You're just pressuring, like they can't bring their knight out. Like,
yes.
It's just a very annoying pawn.
Yeah, it's like a pain in the ass. And if they try to deal with it right away, there's actually a really gross trap. If you catch somebody with this, you're going to be super hype. So I'll teach you the whole trap.
I see it.
Okay, what would you do?
This.
Yes, bishop b4 is the start.
And then...
let's say they block.
Let me think. Okay. I think I would do this.
It's not a bad move, but you need to be more forcing because it's a trap. This move is kind of like... So in chess, a forcing move is one that force a response. What is your most forcing move here? Like white, they have to respond to you. Yes.
Take.
So that's the most forcing move you have. I'm just trying to kind of show you how to think about forcing moves. What's your second most forcing move? Not a check, but a capture, like to demand a response out of the opponent.
Take the pawn?
Yes. Because now white is like, uh-oh, like I can't move any pieces, right? So what about this? What's a good move here for you?
Here.
Yes. And so what's the idea?
But what if they just go put the king to e2?
Aha. Well, first of all,
you have another check. I see it. You check with the bishop on g4, and then you take the queen.
So, what happens if you go here?
If you go here?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently that's bad.
Yeah. Why?
Because they'll play this.
Yes. So, good to remember, checks don't always need to be addressed by the king. It could be addressed by other pieces. Okay, well, so we know we have to remove the knight, right? So
Mhm.
do it. So remove the knight first, and then you can play your bishop to g4. Wait, but that move
Okay.
is wrong. Why?
Oh, because you could have turned it into a knight and given them another check.
Ah ha ha! This is pretty fucking badass, dude. Like,
Because
this is one of the
then they
coolest traps.
then they have to deal with this, and then they take, and then you do this, and then it's
Yes.
over.
Technically, the best move is like obviously not to lose the queen. The best move is something like this, but you're still completely winning. I think it's because you have like check, check, etc.
Yeah, and then another.
This is one of the coldest traps. Like if you can do this, so basically like you can play queen's pawn. This was my repertoire for a little bit in Blitz. I was playing this, and if they were playing the London, I was gonna do my whole thing here. And if they played this, I would play Albin. And if this is actually kind of easy because they lose the right to castle. And then boom, boom, long castle. And the cool thing here is you can actually long castle with check, which is pretty nice. And then you win the pawn back, boom, boom. Like this is your style. You like to attack. So, and if they play knight f3 on the second move, you play, okay, still waiting for your London. Oh, you want to do this? Okay, cool. Albin. And there you go. Like, you have a repertoire completely against d4 now. You play Albin and you play this, like, aggressive thing against the London. And if you play 50 games and you just absolutely hate it and you cannot, okay, you learn something else. And personally, I think for intermediates, it's, like, a lot easier to play black than white. But
Yeah. I just prefer white. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it because everyone knows about the Scholar's Mate, but I always just have to go for it.
dude, I saw, but I
it.
think it's because you play a lot of speed chess. That's why. You play like a lot of blitz, and I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. With white, like to play for Scholar's Mate. I mean, if you want, I can give you like.
That's why I like the fried liver, because sometimes you can turn it into a Scholar's Mate.
Yeah, there's like F7 stuff. I mean, I can give you like a couple of cheat codes of openings with white, So start with E4. Yeah, and so the most popular move you face is this, right?
Yep, and then you just go bishop C4 is what I like to do after that.
Yeah, bishop C4.
Although I hate it. What move do they do? It's really annoying. Oh, it's I hate this move. It's so dumb.
But can't you just take?
Wait, hold on. That's not the move then. There's some move that they do all the time, and it like tilts me. It like shuts it down so hard.
This?
I don't know what it is. I think it's this, and then.
Yeah, you don't get your queen out.
But then that's when you bring this. And then
you move order them back. That's funny. Oh my god. That's evil, dude. You have like Scholar's Mate, but like if they, you get this.
Oh yeah, and I love it when they bring the knight, and it's like, oh, GG.
Yeah, technically the trickiest way to play Scholar's Mate is like Queen H5. But look, I would not be a good chess teacher if I didn't have like a student who was like, yo, I like to play Scholar's Mate, and I said, don't play Scholar's Mate. Like I just sort of feel like, you have a couple of options. I mean, if you really want to be like super aggro,
I like the fried liver. I want to learn. I want to be like a expert of the fried liver. I think it's like a good one.
So then you have to start with knight f3, probably.
Knight f3?
Yeah, I think technically you should start with the knight versus the bishop, but I don't think it's like a huge deal. Like if you really want to start like this, you can start like that.
I don't care. Is there like, what's the reasoning? Why is that better? Because it attacks the pawn as well, and they're forced to defend it?
No. So the technical reason is that black's second move would attack your pawn. So if you did this, they could do this.
Yep.
That's like that's literally it. And then you would be forced to respond. This is like the meta reason, and now you suddenly are like in a little bit of trouble. I mean, it's no trouble at all, but you lost the center.
Usually, and I've seen this position, I'll take, and then they take, and then I go back.
Yeah, this is just equal.
But then they push this.
Yeah. I mean, technically, like, some of this stuff isn't like fully accurate in terms of, okay, like they shouldn't do this, but I just don't want you, like, why is this your position after, 6 moves? Like, I'm a firm believer in if you're gonna play like three blitz games in a session, like, have fun, get good positions. Don't, even me, like, dude, I'm bored on the couch. Like, I want to have some fun. I want to play some cool games, like do something, aggressive. Like, I don't want this. What the fuck is this? Like, I gave my opponent the whole center for what?
Yeah, for nothing.
So that is technically why this move is so.
So if I go this?
Yeah. So now, here. Yeah, but this is like hanging now.
Mm-hmm. But is it because I take and then they just take back?
Right. So there's a very famous trap here.
I think I've seen this on TikTok. This trap. I don't remember it though.
What is one of your most aggressive moves here? It's kind of a trick question, but like, who's your? Exactly. So this is again, it's all technical. This is technically not accurate because your queen would get attacked, but you do have to use your queen. This is the trickiest way to use your queen. Why?
Because once they move the knight, you have a discover check.
Yes, and which is what? What's the $1 million check here?
This one.
Yeah, and that's a nice little way to win a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Knight. So this is like technically why they should not take on e4.
Okay.
Having said that, dude, you're probably gonna get a few Stafford gambits. We'll solve that puzzle when we get there. Mm-hmm. This is, and again, chess is like, this is called the Petrov defense. No one at your level is deliberately playing it. It would be by accident.
Yeah.
But it's like a very good opening, and most people are gonna do this. And now you go for your fried liver, so you play bishop c4. And
this is where I get confused. So I know if they play this, you immediately play this.
Yes, but that's also, remember, they could do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could play Italian. Technically, this is what this is called. It's just symmetrical. This is one of the reasons, personally, I like on the second move, and it's like one of my, famous recommendations. It's like, I tell everybody play Vienna, because Vienna, and I'm not telling you this, but you don't care what they do. Like, it's much, much easier. So if you're going to play knight f3, and they're going to do this, you have to know how to deal with this and this. So we could start with fried liver. So you play knight f6. Mm-hmm. I mean, they play knight f6. Okay, now how do you... Yes. Do you know their best move here?
Is it? I think this is either good or bad. I forget which one it is.
So
it's either really good or really bad.
This move itself is called like the main line. It's like grandmasters play this. However, what comes after this might be like a total circus. So what's your best move here?
I believe you take.
Yes, and now they shouldn't take, even though it's extremely natural. Why should they not take? What is the trap?
I believe it's the queen.
So first you have to do something more forcing.
Mm. Let me think. More forcing, so it's like capturing something. Is it? I'm unsure. Maybe this.
Knight c3 is also not that bad, but you're right. It's like, and I just in general, I want you to think things that are like loosely protected, right? So it's actually taking here. Why would what? Like,
I know. Because then if he takes check.
Yes.
And then this is where if he goes here, it's mate.
Yes, exactly. And this is how I won my very first tournament game when I was like 7. I did this exact thing. Now, oh, my puppy walked into the room. That's adorable. Now, if they don't do that, if they play here, how do you put pressure on this? Like, you're pinned, like this is pinning. So how do you apply more pressure?
Then you bring out the knight.
Yes. And this position is like borderline completely winning. I mean, if you could basically get here every time with white, you would sacrifice like a toe or something. I mean, this is really good for white. If black defends like stockfish, they're going to save the game. but it's almost impossible to defend like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the trap of the fried liver. This is fine. Taking is bad. And, you know, the truth is, like, if they know what they're doing and if they play here...
Why is taking bad on that one?
Because of this.
Oh, yeah,
like,
because then... Okay, yeah, I see. Then
because of this, like, knight takes f7 thing. Which is why most people will go here. Or, you know, maybe not most people, but... And now...
Oh, and then I see something that looks really good. But it probably isn't good. B5.
Yeah, well, so that's like the best move because you have to move out of the way. But the problem with this position, there's no more traps, like, at all. Like, basically, if they know this, they will never lose, which is kind of a problem. Yeah. And so I'm a believer in, like, openings that are not just traps. Like, okay, they didn't fall for the trap, but I'm still fine. Like, I still have a... And I want you to play openings that you would be able to explain, like, to a friend that doesn't even play chess. So the problem with the fried liver, in my opinion, is if they avoid all the traps, what do you do?
You're in trouble.
You know? Yeah, it's not that you're even in trouble. It's just, it's a really, like, mysterious opening. It's just kind of hard to play. But that's fine. Like, it's not... But yes, like this, this is the fried liver. It's like knight g5, and then, okay, you go for the trap, and if the trap doesn't work, you take, you like give it, you do this, maybe move the bishop, castle, life goes on.
Yeah.
But you're not going to crush anybody, and you can be aggressive in chess, but you cannot think, okay, I'm going to win every game in 10 moves. It's like being a one-round fighter, Like... If you like, you don't want to be the fighter that if you don't knock somebody out in the first round, like they're just gonna beat your ass. Like, you want to have like the stamina for the whole fight. And what do you do against this, right? Like, this is another question. There's a fun gambit here. I could teach it to you, right? Like, I can teach you if you want to learn this tricky gambit.
Okay.
It's called the Evans gambit. And and by the way, there's like a whole nother weapon against the fried liver, which is so nasty. But for now, I'm just, I'm just showing you your options with white. There's a gambit here where you deflect the pieces from the control of the center. You know what a gambit is?
It's where you sacrifice pieces for something else.
Yeah.
How I describe it, like,
yeah. In the opening, a gambit is like you don't want to sacrifice like knights and bishops, but you can sacrifice a pawn. So how do you sacrifice a pawn in this position? To deflect your opponent's pieces off the center.
This?
Yes. And the idea is what? Like, if I take what you want to build this up. You don't want to play it right away. How do you build it up and win time?
Then you attack the knight again.
Yep.
And then if I go here.
Yep.
Here. Boom.
Exactly. And you get like a big center. And you can play like knight c3, you can castle quickly, you can put your bishop on the long diagonal. You can also, how can you target f7 with your queen?
My favorite.
Yes. And I mean, these are all sort of the ideas. Now, this looks really nice, right? So one of the reasons I like speedrun this setup is because you can actually do this exact same concept, like a wing kind of pawn gambit. You could do the same thing all the way back here.
Okay.
How? Like, how do you play a gambit and get, all these open lines like on these two? Like, how do you even gambit on the second move? How would you do that?
The only gambit I see on the second move? I see this and this.
Yes.
I don't know which one's better, though.
So the one on the right's a little too risky, but it's actually also very okay. But yeah, play the Danish gambit. I mean, listen, if you want to be a gangster, you can play the King's gambit.
No, I'll do this one. Seems safer because I mean it's just like.
Yeah. Now, hold on. That's not a gambit though. That's a trade. So gambit. How would you gambit here? Like you gotta,
another one?
yes, yup. Because now if they don't take you, you're gonna go here. So they take you. Now gambit again and develop a piece.
Gambit again and
Yep.
develop a
Let them
piece
take the next pawn too.
like this.
Yes. And this is like, I mean, look at this, right? Like this is pretty scary for black.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the drawback is you're down 2 pawns, so that might be a little too much. Maybe you're not comfortable with that. Right? Like there's some really, really nasty stuff here on these diagonals. The king's gambit, all the way back here, the only thing that you need to be careful about is this check.
Yeah.
So you would play knight f3, and then you would play like this and try to win your pawn back right away. It's kind of like the queen's gambit in the sense that, you know, you can, a bishop can take the pawn. King's gambit is also not bad, but it's obviously a little bit risky. So you cannot play 4 gambits at the same time, so you have to choose.
I'll choose the other one.
Danish.
It's less risky. Yeah, the Danish.
Danish is less risky for sure. And also, like I said, if you just want to play fried liver, you want to play knight f3, you want to play this. If this works, if this knight g5 stuff works, it's good. And then if you want to play Evan's gambit, this is also very possible. And then you can play like c3, d4. So whatever they take with, c3, d4.
Yep. Okay.
All right. And now you know how to play against king's pawn, and life is, you know, life is good. That solves about 60% of your games. Unfortunately, when you play e4, you also have to play against the Caro-Kann, which I just taught you, Sicilian, Scandinavian, etc., etc., etc. So e4 is a lifelong process.
Yeah.
It's it's a thing you're gonna have to learn like your whole life, because I mean, if you want to get to 1400 and you want to play e4, it's completely possible, but you cannot be one of those people that's like, oh, I got no clue what to do against the Sicilian. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Second most popular opening. You have to have. And by the way, there's a gambit here too that's really nice, which is Smith-Mora, which is the same thing as the Danish. 2 pawns, boop,
Yep.
and then some strong attacks, knight f3, quick development, like as fast as possible. And for the cost of 1 pawn, you get like a lot of good space. And there's a very cool trap. You can play the move e5 against this d6, knight f6. Only against these 2 moves. Why? Because what's the trap?
Hit and then boop.
Yep. And like again, I mean, you like traps and you have a good memory, so that's nice. But we don't want to just rely on traps, because the truth is,
I think that's my problem. Is I've just seen too many TikTok traps, and I'm like, oh, it's so gratifying whenever you get them. It just feels so good.
No, I know, and like, yes, like I understand, and I have the same problem. Like sometimes I learn some opening, and there's some openings that are just completely stupid, like the England. But when you get a checkmate in 8 moves, you just seem like super smart. You're like, wow.
You're like, I'm a genius.
So essentially, to get to 1400, you got to do like a few things, right? So we did mostly openings today. But I keep saying you're going to play these openings, and then by move 10, you're in a middle game. And then it's about like cutting off your bad habits and like noticing them. And then it's learning like 3 to 5 little pieces of info that will just get latched onto your brain. So for example, don't rush with bishop for knight trades. Don't play a move because you're like verbally explaining it. Like, oh, I like this move, but there's nothing concrete. You can't explain on the board what's happening. And then, you know, noticing how your opponent can actually attack you, one of your pieces. So what I sometimes like to do, kind of just like as a last thing, like maybe we play a game. It's not, I'm obviously going to play like maybe your level. I'll play white. You can try to play the Caro-Kann against me. And I want you to talk out every move. Just like why you would play a certain move. We can just play on the analysis board too. Like we
Let's
can
do it. Sounds fun.
You can be black. So let's say I'm like 1300 or whatever. Yeah, go here.
Okay. Play this move because it's the beginning.
Yeah. I'm some random guy, so I go here.
I'll go here because that's the next.
Yeah.
Okay, I just learned this,
Correct.
and I'm already forgetting. Oh God. Okay.
This is advanced variation, so you gotta.
I'm thinking. That was the first thing. Mm, mm. It was this, right?
Yes.
And then.
Now, let me make a decision. It depends. Like you play a little bit depending on what I'm gonna do too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go here.
I think I want to go to knight c6. And then if you take my pawn on c5, I can take your pawn on e5. But then I don't know if that's good.
Does it feel like knight c6 should be the right move?
I don't know. I think I would play. I think I would play. I think I would play knight c6.
All right. So play it.
Okay,
I
fine. I'll
mean,
play
worst
it.
comes to worst, you lose to me, like, you know. Yeah, knight c6 is the best move. You can also take and play knight c6. Like if you're so worried, like you won't get this back.
Yeah.
Okay, now a lot of people in this position like to play. Oh, first of all, okay, let's. How are you supposed to develop your pieces here?
Probably crank this because then I can push
Yes,
my pawn on e. I can get my bishop out so that I can push my pawn.
yes, exactly. So I have to always preface this stuff with like technically, if
Mm-hmm.
your opponent defends, this is actually an advantage to you because you
Mm-hmm.
can forever remove this option and just play the
Yeah.
exact same way.
Okay.
But let's say you don't let's say you don't remember, okay? You just play like this.
Mm-hmm.
I go here.
I think I would take here because if you take with the pawn, you have to take back with the pawn.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the move pawn takes
I mean,
d4.
yeah, just it feels fine. I remove that annoying pawn. I play this. Ooh, that doesn't look good. The bar went
Oh
crazy.
yeah, that's
My
true.
thought, my thought process was I attack the bishop so that I can, if you move the bishop, I can take your queen. I unpin my knight.
That's funny. If I turn off eval, do you not see it anymore?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's probably better. I forgot that like if we play a training game here, like you immediately get of course you don't know that, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
if you go here and
My
take
bishop's hanging.
aha. Yes. That's why I played queen d4. So, every time a move happens, I just mentally want you to be like, what does that do? Like, what does
Yeah.
the queen see from that square? It sees 3 pieces. Which 3?
It sees my pawn, it sees my bishop, and it sees this pawn as well.
Yes. Now, obviously, it's not going to go there, but
Mm-hmm.
keep in mind it sees the rest of the squares too. So
So I guess my best move is queen d7 because then it covers
Queen d7 is
all
a
the.
completely good move, but I think not for the reason you're saying. Like, actually, everything is already quite defended. You don't have to go here, but it's fine. Like, again, in chess, this happens. You don't have to do it, but, like, it's safe. It's completely
Mm-hmm.
okay. Not every move is like there's 100% best move. So the computer thinks here your best move is to take. Why?
Okay.
Because you're damaging the structure.
Mm.
But, okay, you played queen d7. Positive of this move is you're defending this. Negative is obviously you're pinning yourself. So just be careful.
Okay.
I go here.
I want to unpin everything, so I would castle.
Okay.
long, which is bad because now I just realized my king's on an open file.
Okay.
Or soon to be open file.
Ooh. Oh is a crazy move. Just freaked out. Sorry. Um. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Which way should you take back?
I need to take back with the pawn, otherwise my bishop will be hanging.
Yes, and the benefit of this move is actually this is also defended.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops, that was a mouse slip. My castle.
Okay. I want to get my knight out.
Okay.
Or
How
my
would you do that?
bishop. But I don't see any good places. If I push the e-pawn, I don't see any good places to bring my bishop out, so I would probably do this.
Yes,
So
there's
that way I
another
can
problem.
trade and bring my knight out.
There is one more problem with the move e6, which is what?
With e6?
Yeah. If you go here. What is the other problem with this move?
It blocks my queen from defending my
Yes.
bishop.
So you're going to get to 1400 if you can cut out like 25 to 30% of like just little one movers like that. Yeah, f6 is a good move. Let's say I take. What is the best way for you to take back?
The knight, because then it also defends the bishop.
Right, so you're like, okay, of course I'm gonna develop my knight, I'm defending everything, life is good. So the crazy thing is, if you took back with the g-pawn, the position is like minus 0.3. Like you're a little better, it's about equal. If you take with the knight, which looks supernatural, after knight e5, it's +7. What? How the fuck is it +7?
Oh,
right?
I see. There's a lot of nasty stuff here.
Yes.
Because if I need to move my queen, but then you're gonna go here, take.
Yes, I want you to think about it from the perspective of like the eyes of the piece. So the knight sees this. What else does it see? And the queen, and where else?
It has a check here.
Yes, knight, not a check, a fork.
Or a fork, rather. Sorry.
Yeah. So it can go to f7. It can go to d7. It can, like the knight can do everything. And let's not forget, if you do this, what does the queen stop defending now?
Queen is no longer defending my pawn.
Yeah. So.
But he can't take the pawn because then I'll take.
Very good.
His knight.
Yes. Very nice. So he will probably, or like, you know, they will probably go here and queen a7. And you're just in bad shape. You're like in a lot of danger here. So sometimes a good move also depends on, you know, your opponent's resources. Like you're going to get to a point you're like, well, shit, I shouldn't go here because of knight e5.
Yeah.
You're going to start thinking for both sides at the same time.
So this, and also if you take this pawn, you have e5 coming.
Yeah, e5 is a great move. So I also do want you starting to think more like a little bit like that. Like, okay, what is my opponent going to do after I play the move knight f6? I'm going to play h3.
I want to take the knight, and then knight takes back, and then e5. So
All right.
that's what I would do.
So do it. Nice. I go here.
If I go here, the knight has to go here, has no other, or go here, which are all really bad. And I gain more space in the center, so I would do this.
All right. And after you do that, where am I going to go?
You have 3 options. You either go here, or here, because you can't go here. I guess you can go here as well. You go here, or here.
I
Or
can also
here.
go to one more square.
Yeah, I guess you would probably go here. Oops, I
Yes.
changed for you.
Yes, and this is a little, I mean, it's a little annoying because I'm attacking all this stuff. What would you do if I went there?
I'd go here. To defend
97's not bad. Yeah, 97's not bad. Defends everything. Computer, for some reason, thinks this position is like borderline winning for white, but that's not, again, not applicable, I think, for intermediate level. Let's say I play the move bishop e3. What's a nice move here for black? Like, just give me a plan. Make a plan.
I kind of want to move my bishop to g7 and push the pawn.
Okay, that's plan one.
Plan one.
Give me another plan.
Another plan of mine. I saw this forking these two pieces, but if I go here, take, then you're gonna take the pawn.
I'm gonna take something even better.
Oh, you're gonna take with check.
Yes. One more thing. Knight f5. Just like to rewire the brain. Knight f5 is it's not like it. I don't want you ever thinking fork because it's just a trade offer. Because if you think fork, first of all, it's not a fork for a couple of reasons. They're both defended. Like, you're not actually threatening to win either of them. Technically, white doesn't even have to acknowledge you. You know? Yeah. It could just, like, whatever. So, this is a plan. This is another plan. You're missing... I want you to find two other plans in this position that I just want you to... one of them is, like, in the middle of congestion, and one of them is very aggressive. So, I just kind of want the brain to, like... expand a little bit.
I see another plan of kicking out this knight.
And what else does that do?
And it attacks the queen.
Yeah, so that move will maybe get a queen trade. So, do you like a queen trade or you don't like a queen trade here?
I like a queen trade here.
Why?
Because his queen's way more active on my king.
Yeah, the queen is a menace, right? So you would kind of be happy. Yeah. Now, what is the drawback of the move c5? Like, what does it weaken? Every pawn move attacks something, but also weakens something because it used to stand somewhere else. So what does c5 weaken?
So it weakens this pawn.
And what else?
And also weakens my king because then like it can get checked.
A little bit, but you found d5 super quickly. So c5 weakens d5 and what else? Right, like this move, you found this, it weakens that. So what else does it weaken? Because it's two things.
Is it also weakening my queen?
No, think about it like this. The pawn used to be able to capture to which square? You just told me one.
I see. It's also weakening this square because now the knight can go to this square.
Yes, exactly. So now, technically, you would reject this on the grounds of knight b5. That's very hard to see, but again, like just this little sequence, that's like 50 elo right there because it's so hard to see that. However, after this, you're completely fine. Like you never, you can even take with the king if you want. But yes, rook takes is completely good. Now, bonus question: what's the best knight move here for white?
The best knight move for white?
Yeah, like what would be white's best move?
I like this.
Yes,
move.
Yes, for sure. How would you describe what the knight is doing to this bishop?
It's just fucking owning it. Like, because the bishop can't go here, and it can't go here. The bishop's just fucking stuck.
Yes, that it would say that in like positional textbooks of the past. They would say the knight is fucking owning the bishop. Yeah. It's yeah. So it's got eyes on it. It's like pressure. Like you're pressuring. The knight is pressuring the black position. That's what it's doing. Or fucking owning it. Yes. Exactly. Okay. One last thing. Okay, you found like f5, knight f5, c5. What is you have one plan here that's actually your best move, but it's also an aggressive plan. Can you come up with it? But first, I'll just ask you that to see if you can find it. If you can't find it, I will give you a hint.
Okay, it's an aggressive move.
Yeah, it sets up an aggressive plan. Like one move cannot just be aggressive, but it's a
like
plan.
the idea of bringing my rook over.
Okay, and then what would be the follow-up?
Rook over, and then problem is you can't bring your queen here.
But where can you bring your queen?
I can bring my queen. I mean, I could like reroute it like this, or I can move it here.
It's a little blind spot. Think forcing moves. After rook g8. It's like a visualization exercise.
Oh, I see it. And you can just take the pawn.
Yes, that's why you got to be a tactical killer. Like you set that up and that's it. Like, I mean, white is completely screwed. So does rook g8 win? No, obviously not. But Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is such an improvement of the rook, right? Like, look at this. This is like a very, very nice. Drawback? Well, there is no drawback of that move. The only negative of this plan is that if white doesn't fall for that, you need to think of maybe something else, right? But if they don't see that, if they like do this, all of a sudden, queen h3 and serious trouble. Now, how's your attacking sense? Black to move. Find a nice little tactic.
Okay. I'm on it. Check. Okay, I see it. I think.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. Rook takes g3.
I sacrificed the rook. GG.
Yes. Yeah, I like that. When's the first time you saw that? You saw that on TikTok too?
Yeah, many times.
Dude, I don't know how that went so viral. Like I that was like one of my first okay, obviously I only have this move. That was one of my first TikToks and I did not know what I was getting myself into. There's
only one move here and then
Yep. Okay. Okay. Very, very sophisticated technique here I'm going to show you. Obviously, you want to play queen takes bishop, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, if you play queen takes bishop, is it a forcing move?
No.
Not really. Like, white can do what they want now. So make sure this move is a check.
Okay.
So how the hell do you force the king back?
I mean, I have this check and I have this check.
Okay, one is significantly different than the other.
Oh, yeah, one's
Yep.
check. One's boom. Oh, and then you can take it with check.
And now it's check, and the game stays on your side. Like, you can keep doing whatever you want. So all of chess is pattern recognition. Like, okay, like 90% of it. So how, like, I've just seen this a million times. This whole technique of like, I need this to be check or else, you know, I'm going to get cooked over here. So like, I'm not a genius. I've just seen this, you know, 100 times. So you do this and, you know.
Then I see another free pawn.
Yeah, so what's better here? Hunting the king? Winning the pawn? Maybe winning some more stuff? What's better?
I mean, I don't see, like, I can do this. I can hunt him, but, like, it just takes too many moves for me. Like, I want to get my bishop over here to just, like, checkmate him.
Okay, so you
but maybe taking the pawns, but oops, wrong.
Yeah, that would be nice. Wait. So, listen to yourself. You just said, I want to get my bishop there, but it takes too many moves. That's a verbal thing, right? You just stopped yourself from playing literally the best move because you said, oh, it takes too many moves. But you see what I mean? This is why, like, I want you to get out of that habit. I want you to think, what is, like, how do you make sure this is wrong? How would bishop h6 be the wrong move?
Because I'm seeing this.
But is that a check?
No.
No, you're just kind of like seeing ghosts. You're getting scared. You're like, oh, well, then holy shit, I'm gonna get mated. By the way, even if you do that, like, there's nothing. But, you know, so if you play, are we on the same board? It's being a bit glitchy.
I think so.
Okay. You want to go here.
Uh-huh.
So the way you would basically not play this move is you need to look at the most forcing thing your opponent can do to you, which is what?
The most forcing thing that I can do?
Yes, by far.
Check.
Wait. In reverse, I'm saying you want to play bishop h6, bishop e3.
Uh-huh.
But I am playing white. The only reason you would not do this, you would not just say, oh, it takes too long. You would say, bishop h6 is bad because white plays move x. Or move y.
I guess this move doesn't matter.
That move doesn't matter, but there is one move that's like, okay, if you said that move, I would have understood.
This move.
Yes, that move is very scary. Yes, I admit. So what would be your response? You can, like, okay, queen a6, what is your response?
I'm taking my king out of there.
Well, you have multiple options, so choose, like, which you know, king d7, king b8, which...
Um...
Can you answer this? How do you decide which of those moves is the better move?
I need to see if there's any way he can check me afterwards or force me to do something.
That's it. So there is one of those moves the queen cannot check you anymore.
It's this one. The queen can't check me. Oh, the queen can check me. I guess right here.
Yes, ironically, getting closer to the queen, right?
But the queen can check me.
Can it?
I go here, boom, and the queen goes. Oh no, it can't. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is safe. Oops.
Yes.
So I go here.
Mm-hmm.
Check here.
Perfect.
And then there's no more checks.
Now there is one check, but is it so dangerous?
No, it's not, because then I just take back with the knight, and then boom, and it's like mate.
That's how you see. That's why, like an hour ago, I said you don't want to just like say, "Oh, it takes too long, so I don't want to do it." You're stopping yourself. You know. Now there's going to be another moment. So there's going to be another game in the future, right? You're going to be like, I want to play this and this, and you know, Levy said, check my opponent's moves, and then you're gonna do it, and you're gonna miscalculate. That's what that's called. You're gonna play something like this and lose. You know, you're gonna like hang your queen. You're gonna be like, God damn it, that happens.
Yeah.
That just happens. You miscalculate. That's not a big deal. But yes, like in this particular case, there is absolutely nothing. Now, how do you win the game from this position?
This.
Okay.
Okay, it was a little bit trickier than I thought. Let me try and figure this out.
Well, technically, I could have blocked with the rook, but that's okay.
Okay.
This is. But,
here, all right. I'll move. Here, I'll move. What am I doing? Okay, you move and then I'll move. I'll try and figure this out. So it's your move. Holy shit, why is this so annoying? I want to get my queen and the bishop on the same file. Then I can just... It's over. I only have...
The good habits we build up sometimes go out the window when you're so close to winning. You're like, God damn it,
so
I want to win so bad.
Here.
Okay. Yes.
That's my only check as well, because I can't check here and I can't check here. And then you have two options. Actually, you only have one option to go here.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I need to see it. So go here and you have one option. And then...
By the way, I hate to be that guy.
Uh-huh.
But in a game, I'm sure you know, there is no, I have to see it. Before you play a move, you got to be 100% sure it's right? Because here...
Boom, boom, and then it's not forcing, but then you can move the bishop here.
What is, I feel like our board is desyncing. So, rook g2, right? The rook is on g2 for you right now, right?
Yep.
Right.
I can move my bishop here, and then it'll be...
You're getting...
But it's not forcing.
You're getting a little tunnel vision. And not every move has to be forcing. It's okay to play bishop f4, but you're forgetting about something. It happens. You want to do the damage with these two pieces, but it's not fully possible.
I mean, I can bring this rook.
Yes.
But then is there not like a perpetual check like around here, like this and this and this and this?
Well, that's actually very clever that you suggested that, because there actually is. There is this move, and by some miracle, you're actually, not only is it perpetual, anywhere you move your king, there is a fork of your rook.
Oh, okay.
So the general concept is, wasn't trying to set you up for failure, but it's like, you just remember you have help. I'm going to show you why you had to keep this move in mind in a second. So you're right. Like this whole sequence, I mean, it should be winning. If you want to play bishop f4, it's probably fine, but you have to be sure that this is not perpetual. And to be honest, I think it might be. And obviously you're smart. Like, you know, you're trying to avoid that. I actually am not 100% certain how to make progress here for you.
Yeah, I don't know either. Shit, it's like, I would, I don't know.
I
If
think
I
you
was
have
in
to,
I
you
would,
might
like,
need to back up
yeah.
because this stops some checks.
Mhm.
And then you can like maybe give a mate or even just push your pawn. Like, you don't have to end with checkmate. But you know why it got really complicated?
Why?
Because you rushed a little bit. I said, okay, now win this game, right? And you played this and by the way, you could have taken the rook, first of all.
Oh.
But you missed something even easier. This is why I wanted to draw your attention to this move.
Oh my god.
It's just mate in
Yeah.
one, right?
Wow. Yeah, I do that a lot. I feel like I miss a lot of mates in one.
Well, that's easily solvable. Is the good news? Is you can just do drills on chess.com. You can just puzzle rush and do some puzzles. So what I always told, like, as homework, I mean, you don't have to do homework. You have much bigger things to do. But if you like want to seriously grind, what you do is you do 10 puzzles or 15 puzzles a day, and you try to get every single one right, and that's it.
Okay.
And the reason for that is okay, like, same thing, basketball, any sport, nobody like drills for 8 hours. You go to the gym, you have a really good 2-hour practice, and you rest. So same thing in chess. Like, you cannot drill 80 puzzles and get half wrong. That's just a total waste of time because you're just like speedrunning them. But yeah, exactly, like rook g8 and that's it. But it just goes to show you, dude, like, you could do everything right in a game, and then you're like, oh shit, I completely messed up. And then you do this, and suddenly you lose. You just lose the rook, and that's it. You're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, it's like, holy shit.
and it happens in like every one of these types of games. Like, imagine you have a game like this and you screw everything up. So what is the lesson? The lesson is you had to execute the game at the end. Okay, we get better at that, and that's it. And it's a long process. Like, I think I've done collabs, I don't know, 50 different people, like from Daniel Negreanu to like, different streamers. I am safely gonna say I think you have like easily the best chess instinct of anyone I've done a chess lesson with who's like a streamer, YouTuber, whatever.
Thank you.
I don't say that lightly. So if you like really want to grind chess and get to like 1600, totally possible. But you have to okay. Northern Lion might give you a run for your money. I think Northern Lion is maybe number one. But
it's okay. I'll take number two. Number two doesn't sound too bad.
Yes, and obviously Frank. Have you seen Frank's clips? Yeah, Frank is a legend. He's like a teenager from UK. He's like 300. But
wait. What's his name? Like his
Frank's
username?
is here. He's cheeky.
Oh, I know Frank. And then didn't Frank play like Orbital Racer?
Yes.
Shizzle. I see him on TikTok all the fucking time.
Yeah, he's
Orbital Racer tilts me when I watch his TikToks. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, he's so quiet. He just doesn't talk, and he just like
makes there and he's just breathing, making the wrong move over and over again.
Yeah, dude, one of his clips has like 3 million views and nothing happens. Like, literally, he's just like, I'm like, what is happening in this clip? I was waiting for something to happen, and then it just ended.
No, I love those guys. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're like at that dude. Chess is so easy at 400. Not because it's like actually easy, but learning things is much easier. I mean, you just learn 10 things in every game. So yeah, like, I'm down to collab whenever. I mean, you just gotta play some Caro Cons, play some E4s, and
100%.
We take it like a sample size at a time. You play like 15, 20 games, and we try to see like what was good, what was bad, and then we grind up. We get to like 2K, and
yeah,
we cook everybody. Sick. So
yeah, message me whenever. I'm literally like on my computer like every single day, all day, pretty much. So I'm always down to hop on and play some chess.
Yeah, man, me too. It doesn't even. Oh, okay, obviously, like we can talk and we can play off stream too. But I feel like these things really help people because I don't know if you had my chat open, but like 95% of it was like, yo, this is like great. It's like helping me too. 5% of people were being nasty to you and me. They were like saying you're dumb and I'm a really bad teacher. But you know, such is life. So
They suck. They suck. They wouldn't beat us.
I know they wouldn't beat us. But yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna play in chess.com's Title Tuesday. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fuck
Go
some people up.
yeah. Go destroy those fucking noobs.
Oh, dude, Title Tuesday is a tough tournament. I lose a lot of games. I tilt. I get so mad. Do you get mad when you play chess?
I only get mad whenever I lose to like random people. I don't get mad, but when I lose to my friends, it really pisses me off.
Okay, I'm like the opposite. I lose to my friends. I'm like, it's okay. They're my friends. I lose to some random fucking idiot online, dude. I am so mad.
No, it's because my two friends I live with, Dream and George, like we're all like, I would say me and George are on another level, and then Dream's like a tick below us. So like, it means like I want to win those games. Like I want them to know I'm better than them. That's why like I'm like fuck, like god damn it, I lost. Like now they're gonna be like, oh, I don't know if you are better than me, kind of deal.
That makes sense. Listen, the other day I was streaming and I got paired like in the 3-minute pool against my friend. Nobody knows it's my friend, but it's like his anonymous account. I know it's him. And he uses it to grind for tournaments, so nobody knows it's who he is. And I beat him 3-0. Dude, that shit felt fucking good. I felt good the whole day. I was like, bitch,
Yeah,
like, I'm better than you.
I'd be talking shit, but that's just me.
Yeah, I wrote in the group chat, I said, sorry, dude. I was like, sorry, dude. But sometimes he gets me, you know, and it's like, it's also, it kind of, it pisses me off too. So now we're only human, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Sick.
This was good,
well, you
dude.
have fun. You have fun on your Title Tuesday. Go get your W.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. Hikaru's gonna win the tournament, but you know I'm gonna try to be some people. So
Hey, you never know. You could sneak a little W in there.
Yeah, I'll retire the day that happens, dude. Like that'll be the end. All right, man. I'll message you if you have any questions. Hit me up.
Yes, sir. See ya.
See you. That was Sapnap, ladies and gentlemen. You are maybe not all familiar with his channel, but if you don't know, I mean, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't know how you don't know who Sapnap is. He's part of the like Minecraft communities. Does like a lot of variety, different stuff. Cool guy. Met him in Los Angeles, and we also have the same management. So we're on a cool team of some awesome people. Let me respond to a message. I think he's quite good at chess, by the way. He's really good. He's really good. It's like his chess instinct is very solid. And hopefully he can teach me some video games. Minecraft or otherwise. I don't know anything. Dude, my dog came into my room and he